Hello, this is Charlene. We are looking at a system of inequalities, and we want to find out if all of these points are actually a solution to both of these inequalities. So the first one, we are literally going to substitute this point into both of our inequalities and see if it makes them true. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and work this first one down here. I'm going to plug in 1 and 1 for x and y. That's 1 minus 6 times the 1 for the y is greater than negative 48. And 1 minus 6 times 1 is equal to negative 5. Negative 5, is that greater than negative 48? Well, in terms of negative numbers, you got to remember those are negative numbers, that is a true statement. Negative 5 is greater than negative 48. So that is a true statement for this point. True statement for this point. Okay, so now let's try the next equation. Let's see, let's find a green here. Okay, so we're going to put this one down here. Again, we're going to plug in this point here, 1, 1. So it's 2 times 1 plus 3 times 1. And we're going to see if it is truly less than 9. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. Is that less than the 9? Yes, that is actually a true statement. 5 is less than 9, true statement. So the second inequality is true for this point. So this point is a solution to my system of inequalities. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to test these other points, but to save a little bit of time, we are going to use our graphing calculator for the rest of these. So if you'll go over here to the graphing calculator. Okay, so I've already turned it on, and I want you to notice this. Let's see, let's look at this one right here. This equation right here. This actually 1 minus 6 times 1 is actually exactly what we had over here. We had 1 minus 6 minus 1, and we're only going to put this part into our calculator. But we want to test it for this equation over here, negative 2, 6. So I'm literally going to backspace on here, and I'm going to do second insert, second button, blue word insert, to make sure it scoots things over. So I'm going to put in negative 2. Then I'll just delete that 1 out of the way. And now it's minus 6 times the y value, where the y value is going to be a 6. So I'm going to put a 6 in there. And then I'm going to push enter. So that actually equals negative 38. So this is saying that this equals negative 38. And we're saying, is it greater than negative 48? Again, we're talking about negative numbers, so you need to make sure you remember that negative 38 is closer to the 0 and the negative 48 is farther away. So negative 38 is greater than 48. That is true for this point. Okay, so now we're going to test this point in the second equation. Again, over on my graphing calculator, I'm going to go up arrow, and you'll notice this equation. I'm going to push enter, and that is my second equation, 2x plus 3y, 2x plus 3y. But that was for the first point, but I want to test negative 2, 6. So I'm going to backspace over here, and I'm going to put second insert, negative 2. I'll delete that 1 that I don't need. Right arrow, and my y value is going to be the 6. I'm going to put a 6 in there and push enter. And that says that my this part of my inequality is equal to 14. So is 14 greater than or less than the 9? No, that is a false statement. So that means this point is not part of my solution set. Okay, so I'm going to go back now to my calculator, except now I'm going to put in this point, 9, negative 2. So again, go to my graphing calculator. I'm going to go back up, arrow back up to that first one, bring it back down, back arrow. I'm going to put in 9, negative 2. So there's a 9. I do not need the 2. I'm going to delete it. Minus 6 times the y value. The y value is negative 2. So I'm going to put in negative 2, close my parentheses, enter. So that says that my y is equal to 21. So it's saying this part is equal to 21. Is that greater than a negative 48? Yes, that is a true statement. So we're good on that one. So now we're going to test the second one. Over to my calculator, I'm going to back up, get the one that looks like my second inequality, and I'm going to plug in 9, negative 2 again. So it's going to be 9 don't need the 2, delete that, plus 3 times a negative 2. So negative 2, close my parentheses, enter. So 12. So this says 12 is less than 9. Is that true? No, that is actually false. So this is not going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the next one. The next one is going to be the point -8, -3. Go back to my calculator, grab the first version, the first inequality, backspace, and I'm going to put in a -8, -3. So second insert, -8, delete that 9, I don't need it. And then for the y value, I'll put in the -3. So enter. So that says that it's equal to 10, saying 10, let me get a different color here. Okay, so 10, is that greater than -48? Yes, that is a true statement again, true statement. Okay, so now we're going to test the second inequality. So I'm going to go to my calculator, go back up, grab the one that looks like my second inequality, backspace over here. I'm going to put in the point -8, -3 again. So there is negative, I'm going to put second insert 8 to make sure it kind of scoots things over. And then for the y value, I'm going to put in -3, enter, and it gives me -25. So is -25, is that less than the 9? Yes, that is a true statement. So this is also going to be a solution to my inequality. So far I have this one over here, and now I have this one over here as solutions. Okay, so we're going to check out this 0.34. I'm going to test it in my first equation, go back to my calculator, go up and grab the one that looks like my first inequality, backspace, I'm going to put in 3,4. So there's the 3. I'm going to delete the 8 I don't need, -6 times the y value. The y value is 4. Don't need the 3, delete that, enter. So that says that is equal to -21. And is it greater than 48? Yes, that is actually a true statement right there. That is true. Now we're going to test the point into the second inequality. So I'm going to go up and find the one that looks like the second inequality. Okay, I'm going to backspace. I'm going to put in 3,4 again. So 3 for the x value. I don't need the 8. Right arrow, put in 4 for the y value, and enter. And that says that is equal to 18. So 18 is less than 9. Is that true? No, that is actually false. So we're going to put an F right there, and that is not a solution. Okay, we got one more to test out for -7. So we're going to test that in the first inequality. Go over to my calculator, grab the inequality that looks like my first one, push enter, backspace. I'm going to put in 4,7. So 4 -6 times the y value of -7, close my parentheses, enter. That says that my inequality is 46. Is that greater than the -48? Yes, it is. So that makes it a true statement. Let me get my red again. That is a true statement right there. Okay, now we're going to test it in the second inequality. Go over here to my calculator, go up there, grab that inequality that looks like the second one, push enter to bring it down, backspace, and where the x is, I'm going to put the 4, and where the 3 times the y value of -7, close my parentheses again, enter, and that says that this is equal to -13. Is -13 less than 9? Yes, that is another true statement. So that means I have another solution to my inequality. So I have one solution and 2 solutions and 3 solutions among the points that they wanted us to test and see if they would work. Okay, hopefully this helps you work through this process and gives you a little practice with your graphing calculator too. Click on the subscribe button, click on the like button. We'll see you back real soon. Thank you.